As we continue our adventure into Ashai, starting with the capital of Varn Torum last week and seeing spectacular history that was within that city, it is time that we continue our adventure and see what awaits us in the next 3 provinces that we are about to journey into. I'm Phelan Lancaster, and in this episode we'll continue our journey within Mittflula, Jyn Zander and Colectria. We first begin our travels in the province of Mittflula. It has been described as a province of entrepreneurs, full of the brightest minds and interesting projects. However, the story that this province tells is a sad tale to say the least. The old town of Sufferford began in this very province, today known as one of the largest shopping centres within Eldom. It moved out of Varn Torum a while ago into the AWE, where the ruins are left to dust this very day. When further looking into the ruins of this town, I sort of found these signs just laying in the middle of the place and sort of get an understanding of what may have occurred to the events of how this town was then abandoned, leading to the involvement of King Gary himself. I don't want to pry into what happened there, but these signs can explain it. To sort of read these signs and to get an understanding of what actually happened here to make these people move just makes me feel a little bit bewildered to know the facts here. It's just somewhat appalling to know about it. As I continued my search in the underground parts of this old town, I came across where the shopping district used to be, and the destruction I witnessed there was truly terrifying. However, this wasn't the only town that was left into ruins. The old town of Cemetery, once a small community living in the Mesa Desert region of Varn, just disappeared one day, with its remains still standing, yet looted to the brim. This town is an example of the towns that have been left by just the inactive people within this server. The beauty that this place holds beforehand had sort of just vanished in an instant. I remember in my early days when being in Eldom and knowing that this place existed was in my lifetime and being on this server. But now that I've seen it just disappear in front of my eyes, being looted, it's sort of changed my perception around things. It's strange. Next, we head up north to the town of Mittflula, a high-tech society at the time and became the birthplace of a new identity of this province. In the past, it was widely known to be a gambling town, taking the title of Last Torum and having a casino of all places. Despite their low population though, it was only the best of the best that were selected to come here and attracted the right resources into this town. The brightest minds would gather here, making their way into creating artificial islands, calling themselves the Varusian Technocracy. Despite Mittflula looking interesting, it has left the entire province into a dramatically empty region, yet it still remains stable. We headed back to the capital so then we can set back to our journey to the island province of Jyn Zander. Sadly enough though, there wasn't much information we could find. See, due to the inactivity of the Discord province server, and how some of the information from the Stoneworls wiki page was somehow deleted, we found it very odd that we could not find much information. Luckily enough, we managed to find some information about the islands, the main city of the province being Gloomstream Island, founded on June the 3rd, 2021, from the aftermath of the Cowboy Bandit Massacre. It's a small port town just south of the capital that was aimed to be the biggest trading hub that there ever was. After that, there's not much that we can find afterwards. Our next province that we go to is the province of Colectria, starting with Drax Silvaria. The town was founded as a safe haven for the people under the Draconic Empire, where they travelled the stars in another world, but their enemies of the Void made them flee to Eldham. They created Drax not only for themselves, but for also other travellers to settle in and to help rebuild their future. The town is well known for its magic, being the only magical town within Varn Torum, and benefits from it during the times when the capital was cursed and unknown creatures attacked the magical town. Luckily enough, it managed to fend off those monsters. Even this giant cube of a building makes an appearance in this documentary, somehow, as it is appeared to be Tearfall University. Now, I don't know why a university would decide to encase itself in a giant cube, but hey ho, that's magic and stuff, I guess. And this used to be my old home. I'm still surprised that this home is still here after all this time. The next place that we visit is Colectria itself, and it's the defined capital of this province. Now, this is where a problem ensues here. We were trying to find information about this place, but it was so much of a pain that we could not get the information from the person we were contacting. Instead of giving me information about the capital, they gave me information about Colectria Port instead, which was not what I was looking for. Then we have Khusos, basically Varn Torum's big town if you will. It was built up from the ruins of the old town of Ertos, a town originally founded by Flair and Wengo. It was meant to be the capital of their own province, purely centred on the Vexa jungle, but the dream was unrealised of course. It's been well documented for its excellent taste of literature and for its fishing settlements on the coastline of the town. It's also somewhat difficult to traverse inside this jungle too. The sheer fact that it's so thickly dense in this jungle. Don't know what animals are actually lurking in this place. Oh boy. And there we have it folks, we have travelled in 3 provinces within this episode. And in the next episode we'll be looking at the provinces of Eremith and the province of Osaria.